Coming up in Taiwan, students and alumni from a Taitung vocational high school help clean up their own campus. In France, Tzu Chi holds a financial aid distribution for victims most affected by the June floods in Europe. Welcome to DaAi Headlines. I'm Mary Lee Shioda. Thank you for joining us. We begin the first segment of our program with a series of reports on Tzu Chi's typhoon relief. Since Nepal devastated Taitung, Tzu Chi volunteers have traveled to the area to offer assistance. Over the course of 2 days, nearly 600 volunteers have traveled to the region on designated Taiwan railway trains to carry out the disaster relief. Looking at the scenery of fields in Taitung, Tzu Chi volunteers are concerned about the local residents affected by the recent typhoon.
We will clear out the damaged furniture.
The passengers on the train are Tzu Chi volunteers with expertise as electricians. Over the course of 2 days, 40 volunteers with expertise as metal workers, carpenters, and electricians have taken the extra trains operated by Taiwan Railways to travel to Taitung to assist in disaster relief. The first train that the Taiwan Railways operated to carry disaster relief volunteers to Taitung took 273 passengers. The number of passengers increased to 321 on the second day, including many more young people. We will help out to the best of our ability.
I have physical strength, so let me carry some supplies.
Even the local residents pitch in to help carry the 290 boxes of supplies. What the cost of running these extra trains cost Taiwan Railways nearly $16,000. The trains have sent nearly 600 volunteers to Taitung to deliver much-needed aid. Meanwhile, Tzu Chi volunteers from northern Taiwan have gathered at Taipei Main Station early in the morning on July 11th, ready to head to Taitung. Despite the typhoon, we were safe in Taipei, but many Taitung residents' houses were damaged. So I want to rush there and see what we can do to help.
We have carpenters, electricians, and metal workers, so we can help the residents of Taitung with this expertise.
Among the volunteers, some of them are Tzu Chi volunteers from overseas. Vancouver is a safe and comfortable place. Now that a terrible disaster has taken place in Taiwan, I immediately decided to come and serve.
I'm participating in a mission in Taiwan for the first time. Although what we can do is limited, we still need to seize the opportunity to do our parts to help out.
As Tzu Chi volunteers from different places reach out to the affected residents, they hope to encourage people in Taitung to stay strong as they rebuild their homes. As volunteers from all walks of life arrive in Taitung to help the typhoon cleanup work, local bed and breakfast owners have banded together to provide free lodging for the volunteers. Taitung County government estimates that over 14,000 houses were damaged, and the county desperately needs metal workers to help with the cleanup.
Typhoon Nepal caused serious damage in Taitung County, flattening many houses made with metal sheeting. More manpower is required for reconstruction, with students and volunteers from northern Taiwan helping remove garbage. A team from Kaohsiung is also dismantling dangerous signboards.
We'll probably stay for 5 to 6 days to remove dangerous signboards.
There were once many strong trees on this road, but they've all toppled over. I know we can't get everything done in 2 or 3 days, but at least I'm doing all I can to help.
Local B&B operators are providing free room and shower to the volunteers to show their support. Everyone is joining hands to rebuild the damaged area.
We have over 40 B&B owners giving free room to the volunteers. We hope that every volunteer who comes to help can have a place to sleep.
We had close to 1,500 volunteers signing up to help, but we still need a lot of professionals like metal workers.
570 people from the county government, 177 pieces of heavy machinery, over 5,000 soldiers, and 1,500 volunteers are working in Taitung now. 3,500 families in Taitung are still without power, and 14,000 homes are damaged. Taitung County government hopes more professionals, such as electricians, plumbers, and metal workers can come help the typhoon victims get back on their feet.
Typhoon Nepatak left National Taitung Senior Commercial Vocational School severely damaged. To help clean up efforts, current students, teachers, alumni, and local soldiers all came together to restore the campus. Let's take a look at how the community is staying strong through this effort.
These students move in a line, crouching down to check for debris caused by the typhoon. They are especially looking out for shards of broken glass from the school's broken windows. Over 200 people, including students, teachers, and alumni, all showed up today in the aftermath of the typhoon to help with the school's cleanup.
Everyone came here because they wanted to, and look how many people showed up. It's great to see fellow students, teachers, even directors and soldiers come to help Taitung. Taiwan is full of love and kindness.
I really get a sense of unity from everyone that came here to help one another.
Everyone assisting here came of their own free will to help their community. The Tainan Public Works Bureau has supplied equipment to help with the heavy lifting. 20 soldiers were also sent to help with the removal of sheet metal scattered by the typhoon. Everyone is working hard in hopes the school will recover quickly.
We really must give respect to heaven and earth. And the second thing is to really express our gratitude for the help that we've received from other people. And in the future, we need to remember those who have helped us, and we should strive to help others the same way.
Besides assisting with the cleanup effort, Tzu Chi volunteers also provided financial aid to some students as a way to express encouragement and love for students and raise school spirit.
Heeding Tzu Chi's call for cash for relief efforts in Taimali, medical and administrative staff from Tzu Chi Medical Mission also responded by volunteering their time to the cleanup effort.
With everyone's strength coming together to help, we'll be more effective. Our ability to do good deeds and do them quickly will be greatly increased. Isn't that right?
These Tzu Chi volunteers have come to offer assistance to the Taitung region. Their first step is spreading love and care to the hard-hit Xianglan village. This Tzu Chi relief mission won't overlook any aspect of the people's needs. There are medical and administrative specialists to assess the situation and the needs of the community.
The Tzu Chi Foundation and all of the volunteers really sincerely care about people. We'll always stand with the victims after disasters like this, and we hope they can recover and get back to their lives as soon as possible.
When the typhoon winds struck, many homes were destroyed. Team of doctors, volunteers, and other members of the community pitch in to help the homes that were the hardest hit.
It's very sad to see houses destroyed like this. If it were mine, I wouldn't be able to keep it together. But it's great seeing everyone with so much compassion coming together to help clean up.
With no separation between one another, we all comprise one family, and we must care for our family whenever and wherever we can.
Caring for one another in this anxious time, recently a few residents from Xianglan headed north to Taitung City to help a vocational high school clean up the campus. Xianglan residents are for the first time seeing how much damage Taitung has received outside their own community. With an empathetic heart, they've arrived at National Taitung University affiliated physical education senior high school.
The construction cost for this building was about 200 million. The damages from this windstorm are pretty severe.
We can only do some restoring and cleanup. As for rebuilding, there's still a long road ahead.
The severity of the damage is estimated to be $2.48 million. Today, Tzu Chi volunteers and Xianglan residents are here to help clean up the campus, as they know what it's like to be a victim of the typhoon's wrath.
It's good the village united as one to serve others. Even though we're dirty, it's nothing a shower can't help.
Minimizing the aches and pains of their body, these residents find happiness in giving selflessly. For Xianglan residents, helping others in need is a way to move forward after the disaster. Working with one restoration mission in mind, some Tzu Chi volunteers went to Taitung County's Baosang Elementary to help restore the campus to its former glory.
After the recent typhoon, Tzu Chi volunteers have come to help clean up the debris at Baosang Elementary School with their gloves and brooms. One of them has just returned from Northern California.
Coming back to Taiwan, I want to seize all the opportunities to participate in the available activities.
Besides doing the cleanup, Tzu Chi volunteers also clean up the leaves with students to set a good example for them.
As I do these things, I am moved by what the Tzu Chi brothers have done. The most important thing is to appreciate their help.
I collected many bags of leaves. I want to leave the ground clean.
To help students restore their learning environment, the volunteers do their best to clean up the debris, even in the heat.
Tzu Chi brothers and sisters from Taipei seized the time to do the cleanup. I think it is great.
Despite the small number of volunteers, everyone works with one heart to complete their school cleanup mission.
Tzu Chi's relief mission in Taitung is unlike other relief efforts in the past, as it involves skilled workers such as electricians, plumbers, and woodworkers, helping those in the disaster area rebuild their homes as quickly as possible.
Examining this overhead ceiling, Tzu Chi volunteers immediately begin undertaking repairs caused by the recent typhoon. This team of 7 volunteers includes carpenters, plumbers, metal workers, and electricians.
These Tzu Chi brothers came all the way from Taipei to help us. We are very grateful for their excellent skill and knowledge.
Discussing this list of addresses to determine which repairs can be completed immediately and those which still need more time, detailed records are kept with the goal of completely restoring all of these homes to normal as soon as possible.
Our approach is simply to see what we can fix immediately. If we can't do it immediately, we'll make a record of it, and then we'll ask other Tzu Chi brothers or outsource the work according to their needs.
Tzu Chi volunteers are not only showing care and compassion for disaster survivors, but are also contributing their professional skills to help these individuals rebuild their homes as quickly as possible.
In June of this year, torrential rain hit Europe that caused serious flooding in Germany and France. Following a thorough flood assessment, Tzu Chi volunteers in France held an aid distribution to help 99 families most affected by the floods in the Salbris district of Solone, France. Here in France, residents affected by the June floods in Solone, Salbris attend a Tzu Chi aid distribution. Tzu Chi volunteers bow respectfully and personally deliver gift cards to flood victims. Such a gesture is rarely seen in France.
Une cérémonie très émouvante. C'est vrai que les habitants de Salbris, les Solognos.
All the people that just talked to me told me the same thing. What a beautiful gesture. All these people that came from all over the world are here to help us, here in our countryside. They're so moved by this beautiful gesture.
Voir du monde entier pour nous, dans notre campagne, Petit Sologno, pourquoi? Et ils sont vraiment excessivement touchés par ce geste.
Love and care for each one in this world.
As the Tzu Chi volunteers from 6 different countries wave to audience members, the audience in turn give a standing ovation to express their gratitude.
These cards will be so useful because we have lost most of our belongings. I'm so thankful to the foundation for the generosity and for the love that they are giving us.
We didn't even know we would be given something. We came to this just to participate and it was fantastic. I have to stop because I'm going to cry.
Immediately after Tzu Chi's quake relief work ended in Ecuador, Nilza Conte flew back to his hometown to survey flood damages alongside volunteers in France in order to bring this event together.
Don't forget that the help you are receiving today might have come from countries like Haiti or Ecuador. Remember that love is a cycle, and tomorrow Tzu Chi volunteers might be in these countries, telling them that maybe the aid comes from France.
Wiping away their tears, these flood victims are ready to rebuild their homes, one step at a time, with Tzu Chi by their side. Prior to the financial aid distribution, Tzu Chi volunteers in France conducted damage surveys to find out the needs of the disaster victims. Let's hear some of their stories. In June, torrential rain inundated France for 3 weeks, crusting over riverbanks and flooding neighboring cities. This flood disaster caused damages estimated to be 1.5 billion euros, or nearly 1.65 billion US dollars. After the waters receded, Tzu Chi volunteers conducted a disaster assessment in the hardest hit area of Salone, providing relief in the form of financial assistance.
We used the money to take the children out so that they could think about something else. And we also used it to buy our basic needs that we wouldn't have been able to pay for if we didn't receive that money.
Here we have people living on minimum wage, but even with that, they cannot make ends meet. And when situations like this happen, it affects their future. That's why we need, even in a rich country, to bring them aid, financially of course, but also morally and spiritually.
Living by their beloved Saldre River, the Alcante family's home was damaged when the water flooded the first floor of the living area.
I'm not happy with the river. The river was the reason we fell in love with this place when we first came here. It was so beautiful, but now I'm kind of mad at her.
I'm 91 years old, so I cannot do all the work I want to do to restore the house. Thus far, I cannot do it. Life will return to normal, but not like before. It will be all different. But there is still so much in life to enjoy. Life is full of surprises, and we will embrace it.
Tzu Chi volunteers held 2 distributions in Saint-Brie and Romorantin to help for citizens of France who have yet to experience such a natural disaster. This aid from Tzu Chi came as a welcome surprise.
How will I replace my washing machine? How will I fix my car, my house? How will I live during this period of time? That's where the foundation comes in, as it's an extraordinary force providing immediate help.
With Taiwan's 12-year compulsory education program currently in its 3rd year, many have been disappointed with initial results. This leads many parents to send their children to private schools. Despite lower birth rates, enrollment at private junior high schools continues to see stable growth. Follow our report as we investigate this issue from the perspective of parents.
These happy children are growing up with love and encouragement, and today they celebrate graduation from a local junior high school.
Our choice was really just about her moral character development and a safe environment. This is a very important matter for parents.
Mr. Huang teaches at a university, and to give his children a better environment to develop, he decided to send them to a private girls' school.
I chose this private school because it stresses diversity and there are many school groups, and they attach great importance to a child's leadership ability.
The main reason is typically that parents think private school discipline is stricter. Another concern is that students are more homogeneous because they have gone through a screening or vetting process.
Declining birth rates from 2011 to 2015 has led to a total reduction of 125,000 students entering junior high school. Prior to 2014, public junior high school attendance declined, though private junior high school enrollment grew steadily until 2015. This means that fewer children has affected both public and private junior high school enrollments, though public schools have suffered more. Many parents are now even putting their children into private kindergarten to gain entry into private schools or preparing for their junior high school entrance examination.
Many parents are actively trying to arrange this. For example, 6th grade children take the junior high entrance exam on March 19th. To pass this exam to enter a private school, they may begin cramming for the test nearly a year in advance.
Many choose private junior high schools because these schools are attached to high schools. Parents don't want to have to choose a junior high school and a high school, opting to just choose one school all the way through high school.
Prior to the full implementation of the 12-year compulsory education program in 2014, many parents enrolled their children in private schools to allow their children to gain priority for enrollment in related high schools. For example, the private junior high school direct enrollment in associated high schools without taking admission exam was as high as 80% in 2013, with the Education Ministry hoping to reduce the number to just 50% by 2019.
我们要出门了，快点带手表要走了啦！那要穿哪双鞋？弟弟，等一下换你哦，你把早餐赶快吃一吃。
你的同学礼拜六也都有在补习吗？
有啊。
你会不会觉得礼拜六不能休息还要补习？
习惯。
12-year compulsory education has now been in effect for 3 years, though it has not allowed parents or children to relax.
哦，那中午我会再去接你，然后我们下午再去上课。
The eldest child is sent to a cram school, and another is sent for extra lessons in Chinese composition. The busy schedule each weekend leaves his mother feeling exhausted.
Now the 12-year compulsory education system has been put into place. All the students are given a chance to learn, but there's still the pressure to get into a better school.
While parents care about their children's academic performance, they are also concerned about their development in a diversity of different areas.
Private schools don't just want children to study, but actually each child has their own specialty, such as my youngest son who likes to play table tennis. On Saturday afternoon, we hire a teacher to help him improve. And my oldest son enjoyed the Chinese diabolo from a young age and has been on the school team all the way through junior high school.
Despite fewer children, parents continue to be concerned about the well-rounded development of their children. However, numerous changes to the education system over the years has made education more like a game of survival for parents and children.
I would hope that there's a better system, as I don't think our children should be like mice in a laboratory test, as changes can cause confusion, leading many people to not know what to do.
It's more important to me that my children are happy and that they have more choices regarding which direction they want to proceed in the future.
While the new education policy has opened the doors for enrollment for many, children still seem to be caught in an endless survival of the fittest battle. This is leading many to contemplate what is the true nature of education, which is a matter that adults will soon have to ponder.
At the end of the program, we joined Tzu Chi volunteers in Hong Kong as they prepare to host an event to garner blessings for the community and to pay respects to the lives lost in a recent building fire. As the volunteers made their way around the shops to advertise for their upcoming event, the shop owners were quite happy to give the volunteers a place to put up their posters. We will leave you with these images. Thank you for joining us. Goodbye.